5, 4. They keep showing a zombie. 3, 2, 1. All right, new season reveal time.
Hello, everyone, and welcome.
Oh, they're not
to
in an
Operation
abandoned warehouse
Deadly
this time.
Omen. I'm Camille Salazar-Hadaway, here to give you all the details on the first season of Year 9 of Rainbow Six Siege.
This is just Year
We've
9
got some
Season
big
1.
Updates to
Not
shake
all
up
of
the
Year
meta,
9.
A sinister new operator, and maybe even a special guest at the end. Let's not jinx it.
Oh,
To get us started, please welcome Creative Director
Get it?
Alexander Karpazes.
Okay.
Year 9 Season 1 starts with a bang, and it's all about Operation Deadly Omen. You'll see huge meta shifts this season, where we're
we got the
bringing
shield
the new
rework.
shield rework,
Finally.
changes to the attachment system, and much more. The locker system is being introduced, a new way to manage your inventory. The next
Year 9 is the
operator
year of Siege. They
joining our
finally
ranks
changed how
is
skins
Deimos.
work.
Now that he's captured by Team Rainbow, he won't be joining them, but he will be playable. We can't wait for you to see more about him. On top of all of this, we're adding something special to the ranked rewards this season. A super rare headgear for those of you who can climb the ladder and show it off.
But for what rank? Gold? That's
Our
it?
next topic is a big one.
There's no way it's only gold.
After proving its mettle on the test server, the revamped shield mechanic is ready for prime time. Game director Joshua Mills is here to present this huge change and talk about the new tactical possibilities of shields.
We already know about this because this was shown off in the Year 8 panel.
So right off the bat, I'd love to take the opportunity to again thank our community for checking out our lab test server.
They should do a lot
why
more
are
to
we
push
changing
people
the
there. I
shields?
think there was like
the current state of
100
the
people on
shields
the test
has
server.
something that I
We
saw
need
a
more.
comment for this, and I thought it was perfect. It was headshot lottery. That's kind of what the hipfire sequence is, where it's just a random headshot can catch you and does not feel good, regardless of what side of the shield you're on. With
No,
this
it feels pretty
package,
good when
one of
you're on the
big
other
things
side.
Was to make sure that every action a shield operator can have follows a very simple principle: be defensive. Be defensive 90% of the time. If you want to be offensive, then you got to give something for that. This is the idea that reloading behind the shield is now safe. But if you want to go for the kill and you want to use your
You guys
weapon,
notice the zombie
you have to
barrier
open
was a little
yourself up.
different
You have
there.
to become vulnerable. Obviously, it's reinforcing the fantasy of being the tank of your team. We want you to be able to be in that front line. We want you to be able to carve away the territory, and ultimately,
Okay,
we want you to
Maestro,
feel
shoot his
powerful.
feet. He's standing.
Right now, we're focusing on the ballistic shields. So this is Fuse, Blitz,
Oh.
Montaigne when the shield is not extended.
I don't think this
There's
was
a
in the
bunch of new things that you
test
can do.
server. There was a
But you can
debuff on
break
the
through
bottom
full health
left.
barricades.
If they got
You
shot,
have
they
melee
had like a
pushback,
red
and
circle
it does
debuff.
damage. You can reload behind your shield.
Is there like a
Additionally,
stuttering
you can
thing
activate
now? If
triggable
you get shot, you
gadgets
like
from behind the shield.
move
As
slower
well
or
as
something?
deploy your throwables. You will actually move the shield just a little bit to make sure that arm gets out there.
I love how
Now, that said, your head
he
will
threw
always
that
be protected.
impact and it just
The
didn't even
free look.
move.
This is actually what's replacing
This is really
the
cool.
hipfire.
This is
This
some
means that
Tarkov
as
shit.
Monty, for example, you can approach a doorway and you can look to the left, look to the right, check if there's traps. But more importantly, if you're working as a team, you can hold your position while you feed that intel to them. As we can
That's
see,
good change. Great
attackers
change.
and ballistic shields are getting a lot of functionality. They're able to sprint, better rotations throughout the map. But that said, a defender can light up that shield. This will actually stop a shield operator from sprinting. This is one of the key things you can do
so
to
that's
start
what that was.
coordinating
I
with
don't
your
think
team
that was on
while
the test
setting up for
server.
flanks. With the new addition of the defensive melee, this allows our shield operators.
But why
to
would
get
you ever
up
shoot
close
the
and
shield?
personal.
Shoot the feet.
Something, generally
If they're
speaking,
sprinting,
you don't
right?
want to happen. But if it does, you're not out of options. It's important to recognize that whenever you do get hit by a knockback, you have a window of opportunity in which you can light up that shield user. Maybe shoot them in the legs, do something in that reaction, but again, not a position you want to find yourself in. So it's best to use the suppressor fire to keep them at a distance.
I like how you said
and work with
opportunity.
your
He
team.
didn't even get the
So
gun
this is
up.
the
He was dead
foundation of our
instantly.
shields going forward. It sets us up for the opportunity to revisit different parts of our
It
shields,
wasn't the
including
test
our
server,
extended shields.
gotcha.
We'll have a little bit more to talk about later this year.
While the Siege
Quick
team
reminder,
continues
TikTok chat, head over to
works
Twitch if you want
improve player
drops.
protection, the launch of a new season is a great time to introduce impactful new measures. Updates targeting ranked mode and anti-cheat are on the way.
Ranked,
And here to tell you
safe, more
are
playable?
Associate producer Killian Callow and player protection and game security director Emmanuel Larive.
Anything that prevents more cheaters from getting into ranked is good.
With Deadly Omen, we're introducing new restrictions to play Rank.
Okay.
Rank is our most competitive playlist, the place where you compete against other players based on your performance and skill level. The restrictions target two different groups, returning and new players. Siege is a constantly evolving game. The meta changes, there's new operators, new maps, balancing updates, or even gameplay addition. We know it's not a good experience to be with someone in a team who is not aware of the latest game updates. From now on, we will consider a player as inactive when that player hasn't played any regular PvP match for an entire season. When coming back, the inactive player will need to rediscover the game by winning 5 quick match or standard matches to unlock access to ranked. The other restriction is regarding new players.
That seems like it's going to stop new players more than cheaters.
Who hasn't played ranked before the release of Deadly Omen. From now on, besides the clearance level 50 requirement to play ranked, the new players will need to have in their collection at least 10 attacking and 10 defending operators.
But they already have that now. It's like 5. I think it's 5 and 5, right?
The competitive integrity of ranked while enhancing the experience for.
I guess these are just These aren't changes to target cheaters. They're changes to target newer players from ruining the experience, I guess.
Ban on data is an amazing system. The goal of it is to better detect and act on cheaters that are ruining the game experience of everybody.
Something that they haven't really been doing much.
We're moving from an old model to a new model that will be based on machine learning. This is a key update for our anti-cheat strategy. We will have conservative threshold to make sure that we're not impacting fair and regular players. We only want to catch cheater and the people that are ruining your game experience. We want to clean matches in a proactive way. Our long-term strategy toward cheating and ban on data will be exposed on the year 9 overview. Player protection.
I was hoping we'd hear more there.
Toward anti-cheat or player behavior are top priority.
So data bans is something that they removed because they accidentally banned a bunch of content creators.
In addition to
and content creators were like, what the fuck? So then they removed it.
Finely tuned instincts.
So bringing data bans back, and if it's actually going to be good, will be good because then these cheaters that I've talked about that have like 20 KDs aren't going to be able to run around and kill everyone. They're going to get banned.
UX designer Nicholas Joshua Klein is here from Ubisoft Berlin to introduce the Locker.
Alright, new skin management system, so it's not just a fucking infinite page of skins that you can't sort through.
We're excited to announce a new addition coming to Rainbow Six Siege, the Locker. The Locker adds a comprehensive way of browsing your entire collection of cosmetics.
There's a favorites tab, guys. Favorites.
Find their items in different categories.
They did it. It only took them 9 years, but they did it. Favorites.
For weapon skins,
you can now favorite the VarsityGaming charm.
Categories hold
all you gotta do to get the charm is to subscribe to my Twitch channel. That's it.
And can be sorted by different criteria.
So easy. And now you can favorite it.
Operator, name.
Year 9 is the year of Siege.
Players will also be able to manage their items in more in-depth ways, such as browsing the latest item category, as well as marking items as favorites.
So rarity, name, release,
you'll be able to find it in the Locker's own favorites category, as well as on top of your item lists when customizing your operators over in the operators tab. The latest item category lets you find any item you may have received recently, no matter where it came from. Shop, pack, battle pass, it's all in there. Players will also be able to access the pack manager from the Locker, right as the first option on the screen. In the following seasons, players can expect more updates coming to the Locker. As always, we will continue to listen to your feedback.
Overall, good. That's a good quality of life change. We needed that. We've been waiting for that for years.
You'll want to take a fresh look at your loadouts as big changes are coming to attachments.
This is going to be, everyone's going to hate this. I've seen this.
Which combo
you guys are not going to be happy. Let me tell you that.
We'll need game designer Matthew Lacombe.
People are about to be
With Deadly Omen, we're going to upgrade the ADS and the attachment system. We're going to bring this awesome gunplay and gun feel that we have in Siege, and we're going to make it even better. So for the ADS, we're slowing down the time it takes for you to come from the IP to the fully ADS state. This means that if you have a plan, you're in control of an angle, you're going to get rewarded.
So you can aim down sight faster.
These changes also allow us to have more creativity and more control on what kind of bonus we can give to our attachments. Currently in the game, we have the Universal 1X, the 1.5, the 2.0, 2.5, and 3.0. In Deadly Omen, we're reshuffling them into 4 categories. We're going to have the Iron Sights, the Universal 1X, the Magnified Scope, and the Telescope.
They're getting rid of 1.5 and 2 times scope. They are gone.
Different bonuses. Iron Sights will have
they are out of there. Iron Sight, 10% faster aim down sight speed.
Will have no bonus on the ADS speed, but will in turn provide you with a 2.5 zoom level.
1.5 is gone.
Will have also no bonus on the ADS speed, but it will have a 3.5 zoom level.
The 3.5 is going to be insane.
Removing the 1.5, we're going to keep the casing, the object, and we're going to put it in the magnified scope section. As we're changing the optics section, we have to redistribute them. This means that our defenders will have limited access to the magnified scope, no telescopic scope there, but on the attacker side, we'll have access to magnified and telescopic scope on mostly all of our operators. So that means Ash, that means the R4C, so if you
R4C ACOG is back.
So the laser, it's such a tactical object, it's this awesome attachment.
It's useless.
But we don't do it justice, right? We're going to change the hipfire bonus into an ADS speed bonus. A 15%.
So if you have the laser,
bonus,
you aim down sight 15% faster.
But you'll have to be careful on where you're aiming. So now that we have.
So if you have iron sights, if you have iron sights and a laser, you can aim down sight so fast.
It's a bit redundant in this current form. What we're going to bring in Deadly Omen is a 20% reload speed bonus. So if you've been keeping up with Siege, well, last year we changed the reload. This is such an important.
So angle grip makes you reload faster?
If you thought that reload speed was very spicy for attachment, well, we have the horizontal grip, a new attachment that will be available for our primary weapons. This one will provide movement speed bonus. So if you want to zoom around, that's the one. The vertical grip will remain the one attachment that you want if you want to manage vertical recoil, but we're making it.
If you have a horizontal grip, you move faster?
As you can see in Deadly Omen, there's tons of changes to the attachment system. I suggest that you go into shooting range, you try all of those new options.
How does a horizontal grip make you move faster? Bro, it gives you a third leg, and you're just you're the running man.
Full reveal of the new operator, Deimos. But first, here's creative director
So you know how everyone's complaining about Fenrir being overpowered with his gadget? Fenrir with his gadget, okay? Thinking that. MP7 iron sights with laser. Not only is his gadget insane, his gun is about to be the fastest aim down sight gun in the game, and with the best iron sights. It's to be insane.
These are all the gadgets that are throwable. When you're quickly aiming, you'll have a pre-vis trail, and when you stop
oh my god, year 9 is the year of Siege.
For experienced players, this is not about lowering the skill ceiling. Instead, this is giving you the confidence to set up.
This is just in beta though, right? Yeah, this is not actually coming out.
That moment that we've all had, where you throw a C4, it gets caught on a window ledge, and now you hate yourself.
Rare Ubisoft dub.
We have a lot of gadgets that are throwable.
It definitely is finicky right now,
its
but
own unique way of being thrown, and this gives a lot more confidence and a lot more power to the player to do the strategy that they want to do. And
they said later.
For those of you who don't want the system turned on, there is always an option to toggle it off as well.
I probably wouldn't play with it on. I think I know the trajectory of most things well enough that I wouldn't need it. Maybe, I don't know.
Repel is a huge system in Siege, and it's one that's very unique to us. We want to improve it and make sure that it's a lot more responsive, especially when it comes to approaching Repel and exiting Repel.
I thought this was a change that they were accidentally posted on test server.
More intuitive and gives you the power to actually play on a wall and take an objective. And we've done some work on the mocap side as well, making sure that it feels right and also it looks right.
That did not look right. Wait, what?
Last season in Operation Deep Freeze, we introduced
I'm confused by that one. I didn't get enough info there.
Playlist. This season, we're expanding these modes significantly, with improved AI behaviors, additional operators, and more maps. The dev with those details is technical architect Alex Busby.
What a great last name, Busby.
Year 9 Season 1 is a big season for the VarsityAI playlist. We're adding 5 new maps to the playlist, meaning players can play against the AI in Chalet, Cafe, Bank, Consulate, and Oregon. The VarsityAI playlist was introduced last season with 1 map and 5 operators for the defenders to players. This season, we're adding 5 new maps.
This will be better for onboarding. It's good for new players to learn more maps.
Lucy and Alibi.
It's not going to apply to most of us, but
we're running 6 new operators that the players can play against the AI as. Players will be able to use Ash, Finker, Buck, Jackal, Lion, and Iana. Year 9 Season 1 isn't just about new content. The AI will be getting better and smarter. And
they were already,
it will be less easy to bait. We've analyzed how they play against
They were already pretty good if you put on the super hard mode. They literally like one-shot you through a wall. Sometimes.
The VarsityAI playlist is not the only feature that is getting a big content drop this season.
Wait, is that Ben?
The training playlist was introduced last season as Map Run.
Did you guys see that recoil control? That looked like Ben.
Coastline, Border, and Night Haven. We have big ambitions for both the Versus AI and the training playlist.
This will be cool. This is like basically terrorist hunt. You run around and just kill bots.
More player-like AI.
Although it looks like it puts them out one by one. I'd prefer if it was like just
This season's
pre-plays,
operator
but whatever.
balancing target is a zombie. And we're also making some tweaks to LMGs,
zombie nerf.
which game designer
zombie
David
nerf.
Perpignan will tell
Zombie
you all
nerf.
about.
Wait, they're changing LMGs? I just started making an LMG video, bro.
Asami's ability to reshape the map has changed how defense is played in Siege. She's brought new gameplay and new strategies, and that's always great, but she's bringing some frustrating situations for attackers.
Yes,
the first one is that Kiba barriers can be deployed from afar, and this is causing attackers to have issues destroying them, and the second one is that explosives are the main way to deal with them, and this is causing a lot of stress on attackers' operators lineup and also on the explosives economy.
Yep.
From now on, Kiba barriers will be vulnerable to bullets.
I've been saying that for years. I was like, DMR should be able to destroy it.
Bullets to destroy a Kiba barrier. The 417 DMR will require 11
yes,
bullets.
DMR
and
buff.
The Supernova shotgun
DMR
will
buff.
require only 3 shells. As always,
Supernova 3?
We will keep an eye on these
My rushes
changes
are about to get
and
crazy,
iterate in the future
guys.
if it's required.
Okay, LMGs. What's changing with LMGs?
After the weapon recoil overhaul that we did on year 7, LMGs have become less and less used by the players.
Unless
we
they're
want to
chads
deploy
like
a set
me.
of changes that are based on the main attributes of LMGs. LMGs are heavy weapons capable of offering great support fire. We choose 2 main changes for this patch. The first one is that we will review every recoil on LMGs and make them easier to control.
Okay,
You should
so it's
expect
going back?
a recoil in between what we had in year 7 and what we have right now. The second change
So
is that
half
LMGs will make operators move 10% slower. Remember that we release a new attachment, the horizontal grid, that will help you to increase your speed by a 5%. So this can help you to counter this change. These changes should
Okay, so you're only going to go 5% slower?
play LMGs more like a support weapon rather than an entry kill weapon.
Now
Isn't
it's
super weapon
time
supposed to
to
be
meet
entry?
the operator who gives Operation Deadly Omen its ominous name. Deimos joins the attacking team armed with his vendetta and a gadget to help him track and hunt down his foes.
So we're pretty sure it's basically a 1v1 gadget.
Is here to share the insights on this
I'm not
operator's
mistaken.
design. Then we'll go to Director of Gameplay Design Jeremy Carvin and Game Designer Justin Laranger Aluwalia for details on Deimos' threatening gadget.
Deimos is not a new character to the world of Siege. This is somebody that we've been working on for over a year. And we wanted to make sure that this character had teeth, that he still remained
Like
a
teeth
villain,
should be one of the things
even
you make
when
on a
he was
model,
captured.
like right at the beginning.
We wanted to give him that half cape. We wanted him to mask his identity. He's inspired by Bass Reeves, a historical character who could be a sheriff or
Who's
an
Bass
outlaw
Reeves?
himself. The character went through a lot of iterations when it came to the mask. We wanted something that kept
what is
all
E?
of the players guessing who he is, and we went through
What are
a
these?
dozen of masks that fit the profile.
Oh,
of
what is
somebody
that?
Who is always thinking, who is
Bro,
very
that guy,
strategic,
it looked like a
and he was
fetus.
going to challenge Rainbow.
This device idea
Looks
comes
like a
from
rotting
the
corpse.
US military, which has developed a type of nano flying drone that we always wanted to introduce into Siege. These are flying machines shaped as small helicopters, and they are very fast, hard to see, and they can scan and spy quickly what's
Apparently
going
these
on
are
around
real.
and detect an enemy. We wanted a device that could create a link between him and his target, and this piece of technology was the perfect element. And Defender, beware, because when you see this flyer, this is just a matter of time before Deimos shows up.
One
This
by
guy's
one,
fancy.
every operator dies. That's the
This is
promise
literally how
Deimos
Kit
made when
dressed
he
up
made
for
his
my wedding.
devastating first appearance last
Just
year.
with a cowboy hat.
And it's a promise he intends to keep.
Like the exact same
Deimos
outfit.
specializes in hunting down his targets with ruthless efficiency. To that
Is that a
end, he's bringing a
ACOG on
collection
that
of
pistol?
small probes called Deathmark trackers. These little machines will seek out their target no matter where they are on the map and relay their location to Deimos and only to Deimos for a period of time. Of course, it can't be said that Deimos isn't the sporting sort. While Deimos' Deathmark tracker is active, he'll reveal his own position to his prey, albeit with slightly less information. He'll also restrict himself to his custom revolver for the duration of the hunt.
I knew
Though
it.
As his victims soon find out, that's hardly a disadvantage.
So global
To use
ability,
a death mark, Deimos first needs to
live
identify a target.
information, but they get
He
some
can do this
information
by having
back.
him or his allies scan enemies or their gadgets
And you
during
can
the prep
only
phase
use
or
it on
action
people who've
phase.
been identified.
This will add them to Deimos' target list. Deimos can cycle through targets using the alternate ability mode input. Once Deimos has his target, he can use the ability button to toss up one of his death marks and start the hunt. Deimos will start the round with 0 death marks, and then over the course of the round, he will accumulate more until he reaches his maximum of 3. The tracker will take a few seconds to find its target, during which everyone on both teams will be alerted, giving them a chance to prepare for the situation to come.
Oh,
Once the
okay.
tracker has
So you can
found
know
its
if your
target,
teammate's being
the
tracked.
hunt
They don't have to
begins,
tell you.
and will continue until either the timer runs out or Deimos or the target is dead. That said, if Deimos doesn't like the matchup, he can cancel the ability at any time using the gadget button.
Ooh.
To help him on his hunt, Deimos has 2 primary options.
So you could just find out where
The
someone
first option
is
is
and
the
put it away.
AK-74M. This is a decent assault rifle with a large magazine for when all you need is to just
Nomad's
rain down
AK.
bullets on the enemy. Alternatively, he can bring the M590A1. This is the SAS shotgun of choice
Smoke
and a personal
shotgun.
favorite of mine. This gun is great for making rotates or for a quick corner peek. The real prize, though, is the big iron on Deimos' hip, the 44 Vendetta. This brand new revolver is Deimos' signature weapon, and it's easy to see why. In the veteran's hands, it's a fast, accurate, and deadly machine.
Oh, it has no recoil.
2 shots from this gun is more than enough to kill anything that moves. And with its clean sights, high destruction, and high mobility, it'll make sure to take down anything in Deimos' path. Deimos comes equipped with either frag grenades or hard breach charges.
I don't know, but that's
Frags
not.
synergize great
That's
with
gonna
his
get
death marks,
nerfed.
allowing him to flush out enemies in entrenched positions.
That literally has
On the other
0
hand,
recoil.
Hard breach charges allow Deimos to bear down on a site once he's secured an area.
Interesting.
Either way, Deimos will make sure that no one can hide from him. Deimos is a 2 health, 2 speed operator. His balanced approach is made so that he can push aggressively on the enemy without having to worry
So
about
even
taking a
at
stray
least
bullet
with
or 2.
Tubarão, his
Deimos'
DMR has
ability
recoil,
can
so you have to
take one piece
control
of the
it.
defender equation
This has
off the
literally
board.
no recoil,
But
and it's also
he can also
2-shot.
weaponize the intel
And
that he
Tubarão has been a
provides.
problem because he can 2-shot.
A coordinated team
they
can
not
use
learn anything?
Deimos' exposed position either as bait or as a misdirect. New players will find that Deimos' kit is quite powerful and very effective at
splits.
hunting down single targets and taking them out. This can be a bit risky in solo play, but if you coordinate with your team and share that intel, you can get a lot of benefit out of it. We can think of operators like Ashe, Zofia,
What was that
or
flash?
Ying. They would all be perfect for that job. Deimos might be
This
able
is
to
the
hunt
same
down
blitz.
operators, but smart defenders
Oh my God,
will also
devs.
protect themselves with traps and flanks. Operators who can anticipate or disable traps, like IQ or Thatcher, and flank watch operators, like Nomad and Gridlock, are great additions to make sure that Deimos doesn't have to worry about additional variables on his hunt.
They just didn't shoot it.
Death marks are small and fast.
It literally
making
does not
nearly
move at
impossible
all.
to avoid once they've found you. However, with the right tech, it is possible to hide from them or avoid them entirely.
Mute.
Gadgets that disable electronics, such as mutes jammers, Tubarão's Zoto canisters, can help mask an
Another
operator's
thing for
presence,
Tubarão to counter.
hiding them from a deathmark tracker before they find them. If you're too late and already getting tracked, these devices can still help you, though they'll only last for the duration of the disabling effect. If the disabling ends before
gotta
the
get in there
deathmark
quick.
does, then it'll pick up right where it left off. Vigil is uniquely suited to dealing with Deimos. His ability to deny intel also applies to deathmark trackers. Deimos is a terrifying operator. His ability
So they're
to
basically
control
doing
the
that
flow
as a
of
Vigil
battle
buff,
means
because
that
Vigil's
nobody is
kind of
safe.
become useless.
When
But
Deimos is on the board,
I don't like that his gadget
he's
that's
a
supposed to be
problem.
about camera
He needs to
wiping
be dealt with.
technology denies
Now that you've
live
gotten
intel.
all the
It seems
details
weird.
from the devs, let's get some impressions from a special guest.
Overall,
Someone in the community who's played a lot
I have to
of
turn down the
Siege
volume here.
and recently played an early hands-on session with Operation Deadly Omen. Please
I'm just
welcome
turning it down in
Jinx.
preparation.
Let's do it. This is a sick ass gun. When he's in the right hands,
Okay, so it actually wasn't that
he
loud.
could be a
We're
10
good.
out of 10 operator because it's going to have that double ping effect, right? The other attackers don't have that ping. So if your communication stays good and Deimos can actually call out where the roamers are, you can
The only thing that's a
destroy
little
roamers.
frustrating about this is that
And I
they.
can say his secondary was one of the most
This is like what
fun
we've been
guns
saying
ever.
Jackal should
Like,
be
I could
like, and
make
they
so
instead
many
made it a
line of
new
sights
operator.
through like 3-4
What the fuck?
walls.
That
like,
destruction,
long
did you guys
range
see
was
that?
sick. Ace, baby, ace! Oh yeah, this op's insane.
He was like 20 meters away and it made a perfectly sized like sniper hole.
And call
that is insane.
It's going to teach players to actually roam with discipline because like recently the ranked meta, not Pro League, but the ranked meta is just everyone running around. So that operator would actually shift the meta. When I found out Ash R4C ACOG was coming back, I almost shit my pants. And then like they even brought back Buck ACOG and all the other iconic ACOGs.
Apparently Jaeger and Bandit also have ACOG.
So I think next is Jaeger.
Oh, maybe not. I saw some leaks saying that they got them.
You could play the season test server for Operation Deadly Omen starting next week. Take the new shields.
What do they mean by next week? They always say next week, but it means like 2 days.
And see
Monday, please?
Deimos really is.
Actually, I'd be fine with a Tuesday. Tuesday would be good for me.
Or just playing as usual, please report issues you encounter to R6Fix for a chance to earn some rewards.
I'm very curious with the percentages of people who actually report
We're also hyped
stuff.
for the live reveal of Year 9 of Rainbow Six Siege tomorrow at the finals of the 6 Invitational.
Tomorrow, Year 9 panel. We're gonna watch that too, okay?
Here's one more thing to celebrate.
Elite skin.
Happy Lunar New Year.
It's the Ying Elite skin that we've all been waiting for. Is this Time Crisis? They had the Wilhelm scream. Ying augmented reality. Bro, it's the Apple Vision. She got the Apple Vision headset. Insane. What a great product placement. 10 out of 10. Live release March 12th. Test server next. When is next? What? Test server is probably going to be out on the 26th. So, new season. Thoughts?
Yeah, ask me anything, man. I'm a professional know-it-all.
What's everyone's thoughts? Kit, you're usually the most negative. I want to hear your thoughts too.
That's not true. That's not true. I remember I was excited for Sens and Osa. I'm glad that there's going to be another global Intel operator that doesn't have to do anything.
Yeah.
It's going to be fun. And I agree that I think this should have been a Jackal rework.
It's like creating your own domain expansion and having a 1v1 in the middle of a round.
It reminds me of a character called ISO on Valorant.
Yeah.
Very similar. I don't know how they keep coming up with these ideas.
I don't know. It's pretty coinky dink if you ask me. But dub changes on the ADS, I think, slowing down.
TDM.
I think it's all good. I'm not denying that. But like, in what world does a grip on a gun make you run faster?
Oh yeah, I don't think anyone's gonna be, I don't think anyone's gonna be using the horizontal grip, bro. Nobody's gonna be using the
angle make you reload faster.
That too. I was like, I understand what they're doing. They're trying to give some benefits, but it just makes no sense.
Yeah, laser is supposed to help you with ADS. I feel like
that makes sense because you know where you're aiming.
Well, we feel it should also add hipfire as well, right? It should do both.
Yes.
The fact that they can't
it should tighten the spread. They removed that though. Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
Okay. Since you guys had early access, I don't know if you tested this. So Fenrir, already a menace with his gadget. Iron Sight on the MP7 with laser now has the fastest aim down sight in the entire game.
Yes.
You said it's trash, Priest?
It's trash.
But it doesn't feel that fast.
No?
Like, it's the fastest, but think of what your definition of fast is.
Okay.
It's not that fast.
And reduce it by 30% because
30%'s a lot.
It is a lot. You can feel it, bro.
So angled grip used to be 20%, and everyone ran angled grip because it was faster. 30% is a lot.
No, okay, well, like your expectation. Reduce your expectation by 30% is what I'm trying to.
But I'm saying if before 20% was considered high, how is 30% not considered like insane?
That number I just pulled out of my ass. I'm just saying it feels like when you play it, you'll definitely feel it. Definitely feel that it's slow. Even with I played Bandit, Iron Sights, and Laser, and it still felt like, oh man, my ADS speed is kind of slow. So pistols are fast. So
yeah, pistols
compared to pistols, when you play just like even no scope or Iron Sight, then it'll feel slow.
So as people who had access to the new season, how broken is that pistol on Deimos? It looked
78
like it had
damage, bro.
It had zero recoil.
It does not have recoil.
That is insane. That's what Kaid's pistol had, and they nerfed the shit out of it.
So it does the same as the GIG and revolver now. Only less recoil.
And a what is that, like a 2x scope on it?
No, it's a 1x.
No, it looks like a housing. Yeah,
it's 1x.
Yeah, it's just 1x.
Okay.
That's why ADS is fast and the recoil doesn't look like
it's not too OP, but it just the scope just makes it feel great.
The destruction on it also looks insane.
It's DMR's destruction, so equivalent to a DMR.
One bullet will create like a.
Can you break a hatch?
Yes.
Yes.
Oh, okay.
I think it's 4 beams on a hatch. What was it?
3 or 4, yeah. But you don't have to. Yeah, you can just pop, and then
you can just prone and get it like an angle and destroy all of them, right?
Yeah. I tested it with coconut. You have to make sure you get the beams though.
Yeah, I will say everything that they announced so far, for me at least, seems good.
Yes.
The year 9 panel.
We
we'll
don't
see.
know anything about it because we didn't get. I'll be honest. We didn't get anything about it.
Yeah,
I know something.
But from the leaks, we'll see. But year 9 season 1, I'll say looks really good.
Season 1 is cooking.
Yeah, because I get it. Like they pushed back the shield change, so that's gonna be massive, and then they added all these attachment changes, which is good. So there's a lot to do. This will be exciting.
Let's see.
I'll be honest. When you guys started talking, I forgot I was here. I thought I was watching the stream.
The throwable aim assist is pretty good, but you can turn it off.
Oh, it actually is in the game?
Yeah, it's in
because it said it was coming later as balancing, but I wasn't sure if they meant they were going to improve it later or if it was coming out later.
Maybe.
We all watch partying or what?
Yeah, I'm done to watch party. I just want to conclude our thoughts on the new season.
I'm excited for Deimos. I think he looks brilliant. Because I only play characters that they look cool, so I'm excited.
Bro, some of the designs they showed, I was like, what were they thinking with that?
I hope that they're alternate skins because they were goofy.
They were so dumb. I love them.
One of the masks looked like the Wraith from Prince of Persia Warrior Within. That's the first thing I thought
Dude,
of.
that is the most obscure
mask.
reference, but I know what you're talking about.
The one mask that I was talking about, it looks like a body that they found in the woods that had like just rotted away.
Whoa.
It did.
The type that you bury under animal bones so they don't dig any deeper.
Exactly. Cross Priest, do you have any thoughts for things that you tested that you want to point out?
The ACOGs feel good. I think like going back to the OG ACOG, like 1.5 feels really good on an ACOG magnification. A lot of the operators have them. Castle has them, but they took away pulses. Warden doesn't have it anymore. Malusia has it. So it's like all over the place.
Yeah.
I don't
Did
think
it feel good?
Does. No.
Oh.
Well, you have to go to a higher FOV now. Like if you're used to playing like 75 FOV, if you want to play ACOG exclusively, like the R4C and stuff, you have to go back to a higher FOV, kind of like how you did back in the day.
Yeah. So like on defense, we were like, oh man, everyone's gonna have ACOG, and that's not. Like, everyone who had a 1.5 or almost everyone had a 1.5 now has a 2.5
Goya?
scope.
Goya has it.
Did they give it to Mira?
Like I said, Warden doesn't have it.
No, not Mira. Like,
that's lame.
Because Mira didn't have it before, so she doesn't have it now.
She had it for a little bit. Honestly, overall, I'm impressed. I thought the season was going to be pretty shitty, but it looks like there's a lot for this.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Do you think there's going to be a spawn peaking resurgence with the ACOG?
Yes.
Yes, absolutely.
Fuck my shit life, bro. I don't want to play this season. I think it's been one of the worst seasons they've had in a long time.
Okay. Oh yeah, wait. Last question. Azami changes. Did you guys like it? Yes or no?
I liked it.
Yeah, it's okay. It's not like.
I like that DMRs have a use with that now.
Yeah.
It's still not as effective of a nerf as people think it's going to be.
Because you have to.
Because you still have to like get an angle.
You have to mag dump, and you have to mag dump it. So it's like.
Yeah.
Do you want?
It's a risk reward thing.
Do you want to use 2 mags and risk dying to it?
I think it's not going to change much for stuff like rafters on Garage of Clubhouse, but it's going to be good for like if they throw it as like just a vision blocker, and then you can shoot it.
Yes.
Mm-hmm. It's going to be OP late game if you know that they're just spraying their weapons and they're running out of ammo. You just throw it.
Right.
I think Deimos is going to bring out a lot of baiters. Because it's a lot more fun when you're in a 1vx situation.
Priest. Excuse you.
It's like, okay, think about Brava, right, Chris? You know how like you have to drone for 2 minutes just to get all the gadgets?
Yeah.
It's kind of like the similar situation with Deimos. You have to scan every operator or /ping their gadgets to be able to use your own gadgets. So you can be on drone for like a minute and a half.
Yeah.
And then by that time, everyone's dead, and then you're just in like a 1vx situation. You ping one by one and shoot them.
Okay. All right. Overall, it looks good. I'm excited for it.